Temba Mliswa has been continuing with his assassination of the character of retired General Chiwenga for some days. We specifically call this an assassination of his character because Temba Mliswa has actually specifically made it public that he is coming after against retired General Chiwenga because he started exposing corruption. He says the very same corruption that he is also doing. But retired General Chiwenga has been quiet for quite some time. A lot of dramatic activities have been done by Temba Mliswa to actually push the narrative that retired General Chiwenga is corrupt. Yesterday, I was playing you another audio. I will also post it on my Facebook page. That is the Hlonipani Global News. Now, it's clear because the intentions were outlined before that Temba Mliswa wants to character assassinate retired General Chiwenga. I think this is more of theater that he is doing. This is more dramatic and it is not doing what he accused retired General Chiwenga of doing. That is exactly what he is doing. So he says he should have reported the matter to the state institutions like ZAC as well as also the police, but he chose to bring the matters to the Politburo. Same applies to Temba Mliswa. He should have also went that route. At least his matters would have carried a weight instead of actually deciding to go publicly. I wonder whether this is healthy politics, but I foresee it ending in tears for one of these individuals that are involved in this fight. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we film live, you become the very first one to watch us. So let me play you the audio of what Temba Mliswa has said 2 hours ago.
Residents who have paid.
Okay, let's start with the first.
Okay, and dicho times 2.
Can someone explain
I've
that
come
for
to
me?
you once again with an expose on the corrupt activities which is being done, alleged corrupt activities being done between the Vice President, retired General Chiwenga, and his church, the Roman Catholic, in Zimbabwe. And I hope that the Pope is listening to this. I've never known of a church which is corrupt or a church which exposes the Vice President. It's either the two. It's either it is the Vice President, Lieutenant General retired Chiwenga, or the Roman Catholic of Zimbabwe, the diocese, which is leading corruption. The corruption is in this way. 2016, money was paid by 300 people who had bought land in an area called St. Martin's. That's opposite the one commando barracks, just boundary with the Catholic University of Zimbabwe, which again has encroached into council land. That's a story for another day. But what has happened is that in 2019, they paid $12,000. They paid another $5,000, okay, to add to the 12,000, which means they became the owners of that land. In no time, the Roman Catholic Church of Zimbabwe approached the office of the Vice President, retired General Chiwenga, who is a Roman Catholic person, as we know. That's the church he belongs to take over the residents in that area who had built their homes. I'm talking about building their homes, a house from ground to the bottom, and so for them, as the Roman Catholic, to have a hotel put there and a pharmaceutical company. This is land which has already been occupied by 300 residents who have paid 1.6. Okay. And how then do you expect them to move away from the land which they built their houses? The Roman Catholic is a church of the people, is a church of God. How can you be so cruel and evil, if that's the case, to occupy land which people have built their houses on, using the office of the Vice President, Lieutenant General, Ret General Chiwenga? I say this because it's time that we expose all this rot. A lot has happened. I also expose the land which is also taking over in Mash Central, farm kwa Msipa. The 20 hectares which is there, he has taken it. Msipa had already allocated this land to people, had been given the right subdivision permits, and now he takes over. He took the money, he has to compensate the people. Not only that, but why are we allowing our leaders to do this? And why is the church, the Roman Catholic Church, doing this to the people? And some of these people who are residents are part of the Roman Catholic Church. I, tomorrow, on Saturday, will be showing you the evidence that is there. I deal with evidence, I don't deal with allegations. It's up to you as a people to talk. What I'm basically saying is that if this can happen to 300 people, how many more will it happen to? We need to stop corruption. We need to stop the abuse of corruption. I stand here as the Vice President for the African Parliamentary Network Against Corruption, and I stand here as the chairman of the Southern African Parliamentary Network Against Corruption, where we say SADC is united against the fight for corruption. SADC is united against the fight for corruption. And because of that, I speak from those two platforms. I want you to follow the facts and to say, these people, innocent Zimbabweans, how can they be removed from the place that they're on? Council has been told to do it, and council, as much as their council, are under pressure to do it because they are fearful of the office of the retired General Vice President Chiwenga. Should we live in a world and a country where we fear our leaders instead of us approaching our leaders to be able to assist us? I want us to introspect on this, and I leave it to you. And this way, Makua, I'm not against general, I'm against corruption.
Okay. So, you know, what actually surprises me with all this dramatic activity that is going on is the timing of the release of this particular information. I will also post, I think I've been promising, I will post this video full, all of it on my Facebook channel, as well as the letter that was written on the 20th of October. It's recent. It says from Ministry of Local Government and Public Works. It was written on the 20th of October, and this is what it does. It appears to be the Ministry of Government and Public Works, local government, that is Daniel Gawe, to Engineer Moyo. It's the reference: request for handover of land found by Catholic University to the south, Joshua N. Nkomo Road, Airport Road, to the east, this is Zunabashi Road, Diepe Road, to the north, and Seke Road to the west, excluding existing old St. Martin's suburb, to government for purposes of establishing a medical hub. And then it says the above, but this is not written even by Chiwenga. I wonder how they bring his name into this. And I strongly wish that the office of retired General Chiwenga should actually quickly respond to these allegations, because and have a perspective. I mean, as a channel, we will not actually suppress any of the information that comes out, either on anyone. So we'll ponder around it and put it out on the public domain from the members of the public to be the judges themselves. Of course, we've been told by Blessed Geza that Temba Mliswa has been paid to do so. But remember, in this day and age whereby information travels so fast, Also, there has to be a response on these issues that have been put, explanation from the other side, and then from there, us we can analyze what exactly is happening. So this is a matter with the logo of the Ministry of Local Government and Public Works. It says this letter follows the several meetings conducted and chaired by Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, retired Dr. CDGN Chiwenga, in respect of the proposed medical hub to be established in the area as defined above. Following the last meeting held on Tuesday, 14th of October 2025, at which the handover of the land was discussed, I hereby formally request Council to immediately facilitate freeing up of all encumbrances of the property and to urgently transfer the same to the government. As discussed and agreed during the meeting, government, it says government, it doesn't say retired General Chiwenga, will compensate city of Harare with 36 hectares of land at Kimcourt Farm. In due course, valuations may be conducted to ensure fair value of compensation. Given the urgency of this matter, may you expedite the transfer so that the project may take off. I'm really troubled by this, especially when people, because I see in this video the properties in which people are removed. Some of them have built very I'm building a house here. I'm also building a house at home. The process of just clearing the land and going to an extent of constructing a property, it's very expensive. People would not. I understand. I've been constructing my house. It's very expensive. So this issue of people being, because some of the houses are good, and I can tell you that someone might have spent millions to build these houses. Why would they not actually, the city council in this case, as well as the Ministry of Local Government, why did they not actually give, maybe if there was this project proposed by retired General Chiwenga, why not looking for another vacant land to build what is to be built rather than destroying properties? Because this has government locals, their stamp and everything. I wonder whether it's fake. That is why I'm saying we need clarification, really. For retired Chiwenga has to come clean on these matters, because they are playing out, whether they are playing him dirty politically, but the issues are of let's hope that's the fact, because what is putting here, it's letters. Of course, they don't come directly from retired General Chiwenga, but his name is mentioned to have influenced some process. But also, this is a government communication, which means Mnangagwa may have also been an accomplice in that. That we have seen properties of people being destroyed in Harare, and that doesn't look very good. That doesn't look very good. I mean, we've seen also that being done in Matebeleland. That doesn't look very good. So I'm speaking this because I've got also properties. Just imagine, it's not easy to build, and you'll be thinking of your future generations and stuff. Someone comes and destroy your house. And this speaks volumes to issues of lack of land tenure related policies. The country should have considered having serious, developing serious land tenure related policies. So he is speaking a lot. And then there was this public notice from the city of Harare. The city of Harare has noted with concern that unsanctioned structures are being built on stands. But Temba Mliswa says the city of Harare sold the land. But on the other side, they say the city says it's unsanctioned stands. Who is lying in this case? there is definitely a problem regarding issues of land. And they mentioned the Harare Township land, St. Martin's, in contravention with Section 24 of the Regional Town and Country Planning Act 2912. Those undertaking the said unsanctioned and unapproved developments are hereby advised to cease all ongoing development activities forthwith and restore the land to its original condition. Failure to comply with this directive, but we are talking of land that has been, people have built houses, very, very beautiful houses, to enforce compliance and implement appropriate corrective measures. I'm really disturbed with this. There is a lot of rot here. If we really had a government, they were supposed to actually look into investigating all these issues that are raised. And the government appears to be involved on these issues. Apart from the political fight that is ongoing, they are actually raising issues that are of community concern, and these issues have to be thoroughly looked at. And at the center of it is respect of human rights. I'm looking at these people who have invested so much. What did the council do? Were they compensated properly? And if you are one of those individuals watching this channel, please kindly reach out. You can reach out to even any of my pages on all social media platforms. I'll be quick to actually respond to this one. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So you can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Also, do remember to follow us on Facebook page. I'll be posting quite a number of videos, as well as also these letters that Temba Mliswa has actually put on the public domain, and also more information. Thank you very much. I'm leaving you with this song, one of the songs on my new album.